Chuck.
Thank you to all of our champion and guest speakers who are here with us today at City Year Boston's opening day ceremony. Now, we'd like to welcome this year's City Year AmeriCorps members.
Okay, wow. That was an incredible way to kick off this opening day. I have to say, I did one panoramic picture already, but people were still filing in, so I'm going to do another one shortly. Thank you all for joining us this morning as we recognize and celebrate the year of service that our dedicated AmeriCorps members, this extraordinary sea of red that you see above you here, have chosen to answer the call to serve and take the City Year Pledge to serve the Boston community. And seriously, right? To be in this space, a replica of the Senate chambers where the role of government is open to all of us, to encourage civic participation and invigorate civil discourse, and focuses on the importance of the skills of listening, compromise, and healthy debate. The late Senator Edward M. Kennedy's legacy of service calls on all of us to engage in our own communities and nation. And that is exactly what these young leaders in service are doing today. So thank you, City Year Boston. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sandra Lopez-Burke. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And I am humbled and honored to be in this space and to serve as the Vice President and Executive Director of City Year in Boston. This is my 14th opening day as Executive Director of City Year in Boston, and I have never been more excited because there is actually a lot to be excited about in this work. First, today you're going to hear from a few esteemed speakers. U.S. Representative Joe Kennedy, LaToya Edwards, who is a new City Year Boston board member, and also representing NBC Boston 10. Isabel Barros, a City Year Boston alumna, and also a school adjustment counselor at the Somerville Public School, and a few of our senior AmeriCorps members. They will all speak about the importance and the value of service, what service means to them, and the impact service makes in their personal lives and the community overall. I want to thank you all for agreeing to be with us this morning. Second, I'm excited about our focus. City Year helps students and schools succeed. Fueled by national service, City Year AmeriCorps members serve in schools all day, every day, as student success coaches, preparing students with the skills and the mindsets to thrive in school and in life. They work alongside teachers, connecting with students and providing evidence-based, integrated academic and social emotional supports. Why is this work important? Because over the last decade, more than 50% of our high school students in urban communities were leaving school without a high school diploma. Across the country, and Boston was no exception. City Year has built a continuum of support for students by serving in the highest need schools and in the elementary and middle schools that feed into those high schools. City Year works hand in hand with school administrators and staff to help accelerate school priorities and add additional capacity to support the whole school achievement. Through this collaboration, schools have seen significant gains. Since City Year Boston launched our feeder pattern strategy in 2012, graduation rates in our partnership schools within those feeder patterns have increased substantially. The Berks graduation rate has increased by 32 percentage points. Yeah. English high school's graduation rate has increased by 21.4 percentage points. And to be clear, right, these are wonderful, wonderful gains, and I think we all can agree there's always more that we need to be doing. So that leads me to my third item that I'm excited about, which is our partnerships. I am excited because we are seeing the partnership between schools and teachers with our AmeriCorps members and other school partners are indeed having a meaningful impact on the lives of our beautiful children. BPS and their talented teachers and staff are creating greater educational opportunities for our city's youth and engaging partners in doing that work. We are very grateful to the Boston communities who make our service possible and have graciously welcomed us and partnered with us for the last 31 years. That's right, City Year is 31 years old. And our service Our learning and our growth would not be possible without those strong partnerships. A week ago yesterday was the first day of school for many of our schools. I know, without the exception of our up schools, I know. But nearly 55,000 students across the city began a new school year and immediately filled their schools with energy and purpose. And our core members were there on day one. I am excited that our schools, under the leadership of Mayor Walsh and new Superintendent Dr. Caselius, are starting strong. At the BPS committee meeting this past week, I learned that attendance is up. They were at 80% on Friday of last week, 90.4% on Monday, and 90.6% this past Wednesday. Dr. Caselius wants to ensure an equitable education and success for all students, and we are excited to deepen our partnership with her in the year ahead. Fourth, and most importantly, I am excited about this core. They are ready. They are ready to make the great impact this year, in large part due to an extraordinary team that we also have on the ground that deliver a dynamic and professional development that started in a lot of planning over the summer and then started in August when they came in for their training. And it will continue throughout their service year, which will include additional formal training, coaching, observation, guided reflection, and peer learning. And of course, we also could not do this work without the thoughtful and generous investments of our partners and sponsors. City Year Boston, you have answered the call to serve a cause greater than yourselves and are committed to doing so with spirit, discipline, purpose, and pride. You will have a lasting impact on the students you tutor and mentor, on the volunteers you recruit and mobilize, and the families you engage and support. I know, we all know, that your contributions to the city of Boston, to our nation, and to our world will extend far beyond this year and beyond what you probably will have ever imagined possible. This is your opening day, and we are here to celebrate your courage and your idealism. I would also like to welcome and thank our school team sponsors who are here with us today. Again, we can't do this without a collective energy of partners. Comcast, Universal, NBC, BNY Mellon, HMH, and Santander, just to name a few who are with us today. Thank you for making this work possible. I also would like to recognize members of our National City Year Boston trustees and the local City Year Boston board. There are many, many people in this room that make this work possible, and none of it can happen without them. Your idealism and your commitment to supporting Boston students powers and our service every single day. And finally, to many of you who are here as family, friends, and mentors of our AmeriCorps members, thank you for providing them with the love, support, encouragement, sometimes some financial resources. I've had 2 daughters who've been in the Corps. I know what that's like. But your belief in the power of these amazing, wonderful, compassionate young people and leaders is extraordinary. So thank you all. Earlier this morning, our AmeriCorps members came together here to reflect on the reasons for joining City Year and serving in this incredible community. Together, they dedicated their red jacket in the name of someone or an ideal that inspires them. It is a powerful and exciting part of their journey of City Year. And now, to start our program, I'd like to introduce you to some of our senior AmeriCorps members. These Corps members are embarking on a 2nd year of service and have volunteered to share with you their personal Why I Serve stories. So please join me in welcoming Amanda Plaza, Sean Kleber, Tully Thompson, and Jillian Roth to the stage.
I serve because I strongly believe that every single child deserves equitable access to education. I believe in the power of education to empower our children to dream without barriers. I serve for my little brother, Tristan, and other Black and brown kids who have the potential to be great, but have been systematically stifled by lack of resources. I serve to fight against injustice, to fight for young people everywhere, and ultimately bring us towards an equitable future for all. My name is Amanda Plaza, and I proudly serve as a senior AmeriCorps member with the Liberty Mutual Insurance Team at Charlestown High School in Charlestown.
Stories are a powerful force that fundamentally shape our world. Everything about who we are, how we live, how we see ourselves and our place in the world is a product of the stories we hear and tell. Shape those stories, and you shape a person's reality. The stories and narratives I'm most passionate about are those built and shared in schools. Those that mold not just the present for our students, but the future for us all. And in this role, with City Year, we get to help be a part of that world building. Through the relationships we share with students and the trust and flexibility we are given by schools, we are uniquely positioned to powerfully shape how a child sees themselves and their surroundings, and help that child see the person they can be, the world they can build, and the fact that they can be the author of their own story. My name is Sean Kleber. I'm a senior AmeriCorps member, proudly serving with the Summit Partners team at Up Academy Boston in South Boston.
I am lucky, like so lucky. I have the privilege of waking up happy every morning. I'm excited to go to work each day, to collaborate with people who inspire me with their creativity and passion. I'm not sure how many other 23-year-olds can say that with confidence, but I can. So, why do I serve? I truly believe in the work that we're doing, particularly since I'm so personally joyful all the time, thinking of all the growth I've experienced and helped my students to experience over this past year. I feel like I'm doing an active disservice if I'm not sharing that joy with others, especially considering the state of the world that we're living in today. It can be so easy to be pessimistic in the face of everything, but to me, that is not a valuable use of time. Being optimistic each day is difficult, but is honestly the only way I want to live. So, I am going to challenge you to celebrate the small successes in each day, and if you can't find the joy, then be the joy. My name is Tully Thompson, and I proudly serve with the Westfield Capital Management Team at the Mildred K-8 School in Mattapan.
I am passionate about learning. The joy I have for learning comes from the great educators that I've been fortunate to have in my life. They showed me how fun and rewarding it could be to learn new things, to try and fail, and to explore. I want to be like my former educators and effectively ignite the spark in others for exploration and discovery. Upon contemplation of what, at the core, made those teachers great, I realized it was not merely their passion, but that they were a part of a supportive community. After I served with City Year Philadelphia in 2017, I became a substitute teacher. I love seeing new places and faces every day. However, I realized something was holding me back from being the best educator I could be. Being so transient within my role, I didn't feel a sense of community. I craved people to support me when I was having a difficult day, trainings to help me serve students to the best of my ability, and true human connection. I find this in the powerful City Year community. I serve because City Year makes me a great educator. My name is Jillian Roth, and I proudly serve on the Bain & Company team at the John F. Kennedy Elementary School in Jamaica Plain. We serve Kennedy. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce Representative Joe Kennedy. Currently in his 4th term, Congressman Kennedy represents a diverse district that stretches from the suburbs of Boston to the more industrial cities of Massachusetts' South Coast. With a focus on issues like mental health and addiction, energy costs, manufacturing, and STEM education, he has prioritized bipartisan reforms that directly impact the families, businesses, and communities he is honored to represent. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Kennedy.
Jillian, from one ginger to another, well done. Good work. We gotta stick together. It's a tough world out there. Just take a quick second. I'm not sure I have heard a more inspiring set of speakers than the 4 that I just heard from. Tully, I promise you I will do my best to bring the joy to Congress. We could use it. But Amanda, Sean, Tully, and Jillian, your words, your performance here, the dedication that you articulate in the way in which you speak for every other red jacket in this room is inspiring. And the world could do with an awful lot more of you. Thank you for what you do and your commitment. Really grateful to be with you today. Keep that applause going for Sandra. Sandra, you are incredible. We are so, best thing to come out of Texas in an awfully long time. Thank you for your commitment to our community, to commitment to a vision, to a belief in the capacity of every single young person, no matter where they are. Your dedication to incubating that talent, that hope, that determination, that vision, that future is what we at our nation are at our best. Truly grateful to be with you this morning. Thank you for the invitation. He tried to slip in, but one of the founders of the whole organization, sitting right to her left, by the way, Alan Casey. Alan, grateful to be with you. Congratulations as well. So how's everybody feeling? What? Fired up? Somebody's sleeping in the back. Can you wake them up? How you feeling? One more time. How you feeling? There we go. We're getting there. Good work. Good work. As an elected official, I am contractually obligated to take all of that energy, passion, idealism, and suck it out of this room in a 45-minute address, so get comfortable. So to all of you guys on day 1, up there in the rafters, a few years ago, I was in a position not unlike where you find yourselves today. It was the first day of my Peace Corps experience. I got, sort of. I remember this vividly. So I get dropped off in a bus in the side of a road in the northern part of the Dominican Republic. I'm sitting there with a backpack on my shoulder and a duffel bag, and off I hop, and there is a bank of young Dominican men looking at me like, who's the pasty white red-haired kid and where did he come from? And I'm looking back at them being like, oh my God, what did I just do? And they're looking at me like, oh my God, what did he just do? And you figure it out. I spent the next 2 years living alongside a community, trying to help them be a voice so that they could fight against the systemic exploitation that they were confronting as major international tour companies bus tourists into their community, up this incredibly beautiful series of waterfalls, and then took millions of dollars right back out and gave those guys who were doing all the hard work literally pennies on the dollar. It was an extraordinary experience, and I set to work to help them develop a sustainable business plan that would lead to more jobs, better wages, better safety and environmental standards, all because of the work that they did in their own commitment to their neighborhood. Look, it was a long and very bumpy road. But seeing that project take shape and watching these young men learn that their voices could in fact be heard in their community and by their government, that they themselves could shape their own future. It was one of the most meaningful things that I will ever do. I share with all of you up there this story not because it is all that remarkable, but because I guarantee you that a year from now, you will have a similar story of your own. And because of the connection that will lie through all of them, that my time in the Peace Corps has inspired almost every choice that I have made ever since. My time to spend extra time, or my decision to spend extra time during law school at a legal aid clinic, to pursue a job as a prosecutor, and then to run for elected office in Washington. The Peace Corps took the values that I had grown up with and actually made them real, made them tangible. Put names to faces, the idea that one person could in fact make a difference, and that that difference will matter, no matter how small or incremental. But critically, it showed that service requires change. Not just change in the communities that we serve, not just change in the children that you will mentor, and not just change in the parents that you will grow close to, or in the teachers and the administrators or the peers that will become your friends, but change in each and every one of you. Because that's, more than anything, what service demands. That you will open yourself up and leave a piece of you behind every mural that you paint, behind every playground that you clean, behind every fist bump and hug along the way. That you will write the musical arithmetic acrobatics to the beat of Old Town Road and timeless Good as Hell. That you will probably cry a little bit, but you will laugh a whole lot more. That you will learn to bring a change of clothes to work so you're never caught in a red jacket when you go to the Black Rose afterwards. If you take away anything else from this speech, let it be that, all right? Sandra's writing it down, literally writing it down. Great. And that you might skip work when Tom Brady gives us another duck boat parade in about a year anyway. And that you will grow to love the kids in your classroom. That you spend late nights at their dance recitals and their basketball games. Though you will take 2 or 3 buses to work in the morning because the best part of your day is greeting those students when they walk to school. To know and know that you will change this city, this Commonwealth, and our country for the better. And that all of it, every minute of it, you will change who you are as you change those who you serve. City Year Class of 2020. Today is September 13th, and we live to serve another day. And that is a beautiful thing. Now get out there, embrace those magical powers that come with those red jackets, and go light the world on fire. Congratulations and good luck.
It is our pleasure to introduce LaToya Edwards, City Year Board Member and NBC 10 Boston weekday morning anchor, and the host of This is New England, representing our opening day sponsor, Comcast NBC Universal. Please join me in welcoming her.
All right, folks, I know you're like, I don't want a boring speech. I will not give you a boring speech, promise, okay? All right, so, good morning. Listen, I have been up since 1:30 this morning. If I have energy, you have energy. Let's try that again. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, that's how we're gonna do it. Let me tell you why I'm fired up. 4 quick reasons for you. First and foremost, I'm a brand new board member of City Year, folks. I'm excited. Also, I'm fired up because I'm a Boston girl, born and raised in Dorchester. Yes. So I know you, and you know me, and I was born actually right across the street in the housing development. It used to be a housing project called Columbia Point. Now it's fancy, it's Harbor Point. And I remember going to John W. McCormick Middle School and Paul A. Dever Elementary School. And it was volunteers like you who made the difference, because even living in the projects, I was a little girl in Boston who looked on television and said, I could do that, I want to do that. And volunteers and community and public servants like you said, yes, you can, little girl, and you helped me do that. Your work is going to be so amazing this year, and I cheer you on. I'm so excited for you because of this. Yes, so here's another reason. I am fired up right now because my brother, my little brother, was a City Year member and alum, and he knows how fabulous you are, and you have a great year ahead, so I'm excited for you for that. And finally, I'm excited, and the real reason why I'm speaking to you today is because my parent company for NBC 10 Boston is Comcast NBC Universal. And we've been a sponsor for a long time, and we believe deeply in City Year and City Year's mission. And people may say that, but they don't back it up. So let me give you some direct numbers to show you how much love Comcast NBC Universal has for City Year. Comcast has sponsored more than 140 teams of City Year Corps members going back to 2003. This is not anything new. We've been here since 2003 sponsoring these teams. This year, in partnership with Red Nose Day, we'll be sponsoring a collective 23 teams of City Year AmeriCorps members all across 16 City Year sites. Let's give it up for Comcast for that. So let me tell you something. These 23 teams are part of an incredibly exciting 3 new year deals, commitment to City Year AmeriCorps members and students that will bring Comcast NBC Universal's total support of City Year to $115 million since 2001, including the sponsorship of 188 teams across the country through 2021, including more than 1,900 AmeriCorps members serving a total of 2.4 million hours to impact more than 127,000 students. Isn't that special? Isn't that special? So I shared these numbers with you, and I bring you this love because Comcast NBC Universal, we are so proud of you. If I could give you a group hug right now, I would give you that hug. Comcast NBC Universal is sending you, I see you gave me that hug back. Thank you, my brother. I see you. All right. So I also want to let you know that this isn't just going to stop here. We're actually going to expand our partnership. We're excited to tell you more about that with a new focus on providing more digital computer science and coding experiences for students in high-need school areas, like my school district when I was a kid, to help all students build critical skills needed to succeed in today's digital economy. But it's not about that, the kids. We also are committed to you. All of you guys wearing your red jackets right now, we want you to succeed. So from school events to discussing your future career path at Comcast Career Day later on this year, be a part of that. And then serving alongside you in May, we'll all get together, our Comcast NBC Universal employees, and you guys will all meet up in May, and we'll do Comcast Cares Day. We'll be cheering for you and during this journey, this year, this special year. So I want to close with this. I told you it won't be long. I hope at the end of this program, we're all done today. You'll take a selfie with me because I want to brag on social media platforms about my new City Year family. I know, I got to get my red jacket. And then also, when you think about turning on the news in the morning, you're going to get your weather, you're going to get your local news. I hope you don't turn to some other channel. I hope you say, let me go to my City Year sister, Latoya, who's been awake since 1:30 at NBC 10 Boston, and check in with me because we're family, right? You say, that's my girl right there. Tomorrow morning, I hope to see you Monday through Friday. Yeah, okay, I see you snapping. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I just wanna let you know, on the real here, Comcast, NBC Universal, we love you. We are proud of you. We're excited for your year ahead, and know that we're family. When this is all over, you give me a call, you give me an email and say, hey, sister, where's the internship? I'll let you know, okay? I love you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for having me.
I was first called to service because I didn't think it was right that your zip code should determine your access to a quality public education. Last year, working with students, I saw how they blossomed under the glow of support and care that City Year was able to surround them with due to our unique position in the classroom. I came to understand that a consistent and considerate relationship had the power to change a student's outlook on school and on themselves. I continue to serve today because I know that that relationship that core members foster with students is playing an active role in rectifying the inequitable access to education our students face today. My name is Mary Boyd, and I proudly serve with the Wellington Management Foundation team at Boston Green Academy in Brighton.
The physical spaces our students occupy are as important as the quality of the relationships we develop with them. My team does physical service that takes the form of beautification projects in the Boston Public Schools. Students deserve classrooms and school buildings that promote their creative exploration, immeasurable growth, and discovery of their own worth. These learning environments should be a reflection of the students, teachers, and school communities they serve by being bright, encouraging, and full of promise. I serve because I believe in the power of environment and because I believe in everything young people can accomplish when they have the tools and surroundings to succeed. My name is Hallie Grunder, and I proudly serve with the Boston Civic Engagement Team.
I am returning for a second year of service with City Year so that I can continue to gain the skills necessary to one day support children as a juvenile law advocate. In my first year of service, I learned that I draw my energy from those around me. When I can be a source of positive encouragement for others, I know it can ripple into the classroom environment, into the workplace, and into our community. I serve to remind students that they matter and to push them to be their best selves. I want students to question the world around them. I serve because I wholeheartedly believe in the power of young people and that their imaginations, passion, and creativity are changing our community and the world. We all benefit when we invest in their potential. My name is Samantha Ruthazer, and I proudly serve with the Fidelity Investments team at the Higginson Lewis 3rd through 8th School in Roxbury. It is my pleasure to introduce Isabel Barros, City Year Boston Alumni Board Chair and School Adjustment Counselor at Somerville Public Schools. Please join me in welcoming her.
Good morning, City Year Boston. My name is Isabel Barros, and I proudly served as a City Year AmeriCorps member at the Jeremiah E. Burke High School. Yes. As you continue your City Year journey, each of you will form your own understanding of what service means to you. For me, service is fighting for what is right and being kind along the way. Service is saying, I see you, I hear you, and I have come because my humanity is tied to yours. During my time as an AmeriCorps member, I was given a red jacket, which you all proudly wear today, and I was given a toolbox. Inside that toolbox were the tools to develop important professional and personal skills. I developed the ability to connect with my students, learned how to be a more empathetic leader, and how to develop positive and trusting relationships with my team, my school, and my students. You have already been given this toolbox, and over the next year, you'll be developing the skills to serve as your foundation. When the time came to take off my red jacket, it did not mean that I let go of service and my commitment to young people. As a proud City Year alum, I have taken service with me in my role as a school adjustment counselor. I know and continue to learn that not only is life hard, but hard is defined differently by everyone. It is now my job to take that same toolbox that was given to me and support my students in creating their own, one they can take into their teenage and adult years. That is service, giving back more than was given to you, and fighting for what is right. So it's my honor to lead you all in the City Year Pledge. AmeriCorps members, you can refer to the back of your program to follow along. If you're able, please rise. We're all going to zip up our coats. A pro tip, if you zip up to the C, that's appropriate. Check your collar, check on your neighbor. We look good, almost there. Ready? Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge to serve, as a City Year member to the very best of my ability. To honor the rules and expectations of City Year. To respect my colleagues and the people and communities we serve. To provide excellent service. To lead by example and be a role model to children. To celebrate the diversity of the people, ideas, and cultures around me. To serve with an open heart and an open mind. To be quick to help and slow to judge. To do my best to make a difference in the lives of others. And to build a stronger community, nation, and world for all of us. Congratulations. I thank you all for your commitment to Boston Public Schools and extend my gratitude to you all as you embark on your year of service. I cannot wait to celebrate all of your successes at graduation. You can be seated now. Thank you.
Thank you, Izzy. Thank you, LaToya. This is an exciting day. Really want to give a special thanks to our speakers, Congressman Kennedy, who joined us earlier today. Thank you, LaToya, again, and Izzy, all of our senior AmeriCorps members, just extraordinary. To all of you, our City Year Boston AmeriCorps members, congratulations again. You are about to embark on your year-long journey where you will provide more than 400,000 hours of service in the 25 schools in which you're in. And within those schools, you'll be working with more than 12,000 students who will be greeted by you each day. A friend in a red jacket, someone who is excited to see them, excited for their success, and ready to help them in the classroom and after school to become the scholars and citizens they so rightly deserve. You will motivate your students and help them develop new skills while also building your own capabilities as civic leaders. A year of service is no easy task. You can ask your senior corps members about that, they'll tell you. And this year will challenge and change you. Your students will push you to think differently and step outside of your comfort zone. Working with our students in our community means holding yourselves to high expectations and delivering on your commitments. It means choosing to be better today than you were yesterday. Thank you for choosing City Year as a place where you will grow. Through our collective service, you are powerfully demonstrating that national service can indeed help create a better nation and world for all of us. And you won't be alone. You'll be joined by 3,000 fellow Corps members in City Year across this country. And when you graduate in June, you will be part of the alumni network of more than 32,000 strong. They are using their City Year experience to make better happen in education, in the business, and social services, government, and countless other sectors. I want to thank you all again for being here today and supporting our AmeriCorps members. To our Corps members, I'm going to ask you to please stay seated for further instructions for your team photos. And for our guests, I'd like to invite you to exit the doors here and join us in the lobby for refreshments. Thank you again very much.